His name is Sony.
They pitch it back to Sony Michel, running wide in the secondary. There goes Sony Michel. He's going.
And his game will likely be featured on a PlayStation sometime soon.
Oh man, Sony can go around you. He can go through you. He has a deadly stiff arm. But the thing that stands out to me the most is how fast he can get from the hash mark to the numbers. You know, he turns that corner like no other. So there's a lot of times you're thinking, okay, he's not going to make it. That defense has an angle on him, and he finds a way to get around that corner before they can touch him.
The name's Sony. You know, actually my dad named me, and I always asked him, oh, why'd you name me Sony? And he told me, you're going to be rich one day. And I guess, you know, it goes from there.
The prophecy of Sony Michel's father is looking pretty good. In addition to being one of the top running backs in the nation, he also carries a 3.8 grade point average.
Just a luxury to be around. You know, people, they talk about him all the time, but to be with him every day is just a breath of fresh air. That he's such a good person. So I think Sony's going to do well. I think he's going to do really well, no matter what it is, whether he's a lawyer, a doctor, or a football player. I think he's going to have success, and it's just from his how he is as a person.
Of course, not many things can derail a football career faster than an injury, which Sony got a taste of when he tore his ACL and missed his sophomore year.
Well, the fear of the whole knee injury is over with. You know, most of my fear was during the rehab process. You know, the whole time I was thinking, well, am I going to come back from this? Just asking myself questions. But now the knee is 100%. You know, I had no problems with it last year, and I feel very confident with it.
Keep working, time! Running for 18 touchdowns his junior season would certainly back that up. But Sony's been putting up those kind of numbers for some time. Because American Heritage is a K-12 school, Sony was able to burst onto the scene as an 8th grader, rushing for 1,825 yards on the varsity team.
That experience of playing back in the day, it was one of those feelings of when you go back and watch film, it was like, man, I was really doing this. I was very surprised, coming into the 8th grade, I felt like my mindset wasn't really there to be the top prospect or being known around like how I am now. And I feel like I just went out there and just played football and have fun. And I feel like that's what the sport's all about.
After high school, Sony is headed to the University of Georgia, where he'll try to add his name to the list of outstanding Bulldog running backs like Garrison Hurst, Noshawn Moreno, and of course, Herschel Walker.
By having Herschel Walker breaking all these records and winning the Heisman, it makes me want to go in there and break his records. And I feel like that's what records are made to do. Records are made to be broken. And I feel like if he broke a record, it's time for me to go in there and break his records.
Sony can already relate. As the next generation of running backs goes through Heritage, several of the rushing records to be broken will be his.
I'm coming into my senior year with a whole different mindset of trying to win a state championship, trying to bring something more than just being the top prospect, trying to bring a legacy to the school.